Hello everyone. So in today's video, we'll be looking at the next set of questions which we had discussed in our previous video on a Cloud Kitchen data set. So in our previous video, we had looked on how a Cloud Kitchen business model works. We took an understanding what all different fields do we have in our dummy data set, and what are the different set of metrics might the people use for tracking, as well as we took a set of 7 questions to answer or explore them using our data. So in this video, we'll be looking through the second and the third question, which we have it over here. So let me just move to the data over here. So this data, here I'm just giving a quick description of the data. So for example, if I'm a customer with an order this one, which has repeated 3 times, because I have ordered 3 items from a particular brand, which is the restaurant name, through a delivery partner, which is over here, and the cloud kitchen is preparing the food in a kitchen which is located in this location, and I have a designated order ID, and this order I have placed on 14th May 2022 at 6:16, and it took some time to prepare, and the final bill of the order is 67. So the more orders, it will add up the data. So in our last video, we had looked on the first question, that what is the most popular item. In this video, we'll be looking into which partner had made the most order and which brand is the most popular. So this question is slightly tricky because every time the partner is duplicated or has duplicate records in Excel file, and if we create simple pivot, it will be slightly difficult to get it, because we only get the count using a simple pivot table. So now we'll be looking how to answer this question in multiple methods, and I'll show you total of 3 methods to answer these 2 questions. The first thing what I'll do is I'll go to the first manual way, where I'll just click on partner name and order ID, and go to another sheet and paste it over here. Once I paste it over here, I need to just remove the duplicates. So I'll remove the duplicates using the shortcut key Alt-A-M. When I do this, I get a distinct orders with the partner name. So what I do is I'll just copy this and paste the partner names over here. I'll remove the duplicates again. So I get the unique partner names over here, and just do a count if how many times this partner 1 is occurring in column B. So I just selected the range column B, and I put a criteria of partner 1. And I know 4 times partner 1 has occurred, and these are the number of orders which I have for partner 1. And I paste this for the other partners, and I see partner 2 and partner 3 has these many orders. So in this way, I realize that partner 2 has 16 orders, and that's with the highest orders. So in the other method, what we'll be doing is we'll be using a pivot table. So what I'll do is I'll just click Control A and click on Insert a Pivot Table. I'll just insert the pivot table in the same sheet. So I'll just go to the sheet and add a pivot table somewhere here. So now what I need is the first thing is the partner name, and the second thing I'll just keep the order ID here, and I'll just, for the values, I'll just put the orders over here. So now I have this data. Now what I want to split the pivot table, where I want the partner 1 in this column and these orders in another column. So for this, I have to change the design. So I'll just select the pivot table and go to this option called design and click on report layout. So I'll just click on tabular form. So I got in table form over here. And now my second thing is I'll just repeat all the item labels. So I have all it repeated over here. So now what I have to do, I need to know how many orders do I have. So for this, I'll just use 2 methods from this pivot table itself. The first thing what I can do is I can just click on COUNTIF, and I can just check how many times partner 1 is coming here. So I get the same count what I have took from there. Now let's move to the method 3. How do we do it? So what we can do is in the raw data itself, we can add one field over here, which will help us to know how many unique records are there. So we'll just put a unique flag. So for this first thing, what we'll be doing is we'll just be taking this data and ordering it in an ascending or descending order anyway, to make sure that the order IDs are grouped up and they don't change on a different record. So we'll just put this as one, and we'll just use an if formula that if this order ID is equal to the above one, then put 0, else 1. So this way we can basically find the unique records. I'll just copy and paste it in the whole row. So if you notice, there are total records which I have 33, and yeah, I'll be using this column to filter it over here itself. So what I'll do, I'll just take this simple pivot and copy this and paste it over here. Now what I'll do is I don't need the order IDs over here. I need the partner names over here. And the second thing which I need is the unique flag. So for that, I'll just add the unique flag to the pivot table. I'll go to pivot table, analyze, and change data source and select the complete data. And I have a unique flag over here, which I'll add it in filters, and I'll just select one over here. So once I do this, I get a complete unique number of orders for each partner. So this is another method which we can use it. Now let's move to the last method, which I'll help you out with in this. So there's a model, there's a method in Excel to add this data in a data model and take the distinct count. So this might work with without some add-ons, and it might work with add-ons. So if you want to add some extension, and if it is not working for you, then you can add extension like Power Pivot or Power Query from the Microsoft website, and then you might get a chance to work with that if it is not working with you. If it is, then that's great. So what I'll do is I'll just select the complete data, Control A, insert, and click on pivot table. When I do the pivot table option, I have that option of add this data to the model. So I'll just select this and click OK. I've just created a new sheet for now. So if I want to get the partner name, I'll just put the partner name over here and put the order ID in values. Usually it will just give me a count of values, but if I need the count distinct of it, when you put it in add to the model, it will basically look in a different way, and you get an option to select the count distinct, which is in the last section, the distinct count of order ID. So when I click over here and I get the same values which I have received for each partner, how many orders are there. So these are the three methods which we can use, and we can just if you move to the next question. Next question is which brand is the most popular. So we can use, you can copy these same methods for the brand as well. So if I want to do that, I can just create a copy and move it to the end, and I'll just rename this as brand and this as partner. And let me do this. Let me just move this complete thing to partner itself. All right, let me just quickly add this one to the brand one as well. All right, so now I just have to replace everything with brand. So I'll just skip this method because this is quite inefficient and we'll have to copy paste every time. So I'll just remove this and remove the method one as well. So from the method two, we have the partner one here. If I want to get the unique brand names, I'll just copy the brand name, go to brand, and just put the brand and just remove all the duplicates. All right, so I have all the duplicates gone. I'll just correct it, and here I have these values. So what I'll do is I'll just change, I'll just keep these formulas over here and change this from partner name to brand name. So when I do this, I get these data populated for different brands. Now, if I can use the same thing with the unique flag and just switch from partner name to brand name, and I can get the same data as well. And if I use this data as well, I can do the same thing in one as well. So let me just move the partner name for the brand name, and I get the values using a data model as well. So these are the different ways with how we can take the unique count and use and do these exercise in Excel itself. So if you learned something from this video, please hit a like. It will be always appreciated. And thank you very much for watching the video.